Right, good morning, welcome back to Smithy's over 100 golf courses in a year. Today it's Monday the 4th of April and we're heading back home after a 2-week Highlands and Islands trip around Scotland. This is going to be course number 28, it's Torwoodlee in the Borders. Just on my way home back to Lytham St Anne's. So, nice sunny day today at the moment, let's go and see what it's got. Ladies and gentlemen, it's course number 28, it's Torwoodlee Golf Club. On the tee, the man having to tour around the butcher shops in the Borders for his supplies of Scotch pies, square sausage and glass bottles of iron brew before heading back across the border to England, just to keep him going. From Kirkintilloch in Scotland, Smithy! It's the first tee at Torwoodlee. It's 372 yards, par 4, downhill. Nice start. Well, I was downhill at the first. Second at Torwoodlee, it's 375 yards. Back up the hill. Third at Torwoodlee, first of the par 3s. A wee dinky one, 116 yards. It's actually uphill, but I'm not going to complain about this one. I quite like it. The fourth at Torwoodlee, it's a short par 4, 265 yards. Going to dogleg to the right. You can see the marker post up there. And then bigger hitters will be able to go for the green there, but it's uphill and it's straight into the wind today. This is it, it just opens out. Didn't get anywhere near it because it's a really strong wind despite a good hit. Protected a couple of bunkers there. This is the fifth at Torwoodlee, 401 yards. Away up the hill, oh my good god, I'm not looking forward to this one. Last time I seen a hole like this. 7th at Masham in Yorkshire. That's the second shot, away up the hill at Torwoodlee here at the 5th. I was incorrect when I said it was Masham in Yorkshire, it's actually Marsden in Yorkshire. I'm going to try the 7th hole there. Actually this one isn't as bad. It's the view from behind the 5th. Managed the long putt in for a 5. Happy with that. The scenery around here, that's the hole going away back down the hill there. That's not half a steep one. Wee bit about. Almost at the highest point of the course. Didn't see Julie Andrews and the Sound of Music running up with these hills, that's for sure. The hills are alive and I'm half dead. This is the 6th at 337 yards. So quite dramatic elevation changes after coming up the hill. Huge big downhiller. You probably can't see how steep it is downhill. That's why we look round. And it's away down there. View from behind the green on the 6th. Steep downhiller at Torwoodlee. Just get some perspective on how steep it is. Follow that wall away up to the top and it's away up above there. You'd be crying if you'd left a glove or a club or anything up there that you had to walk back up to get it. No thanks. Shot of the 7th, par 3, 142 yards. Up the slope and then it's going to flatten out. That's the first of the par 5s. There's 2 par 5s. This is the 8th hole, 498 yards. Relatively straight I think. Wee bit of a twist at the start, slightly up the hill. I've not done a shot by shot for a while, so I'll give it a go on this one. And if there's no further videos in this hole, then I've deleted those ones because I've not done very well. The second shot in the par 5 8th. Decent drive. We've got a decent wind behind us as well, which helps. That's the third shot coming up, par 5 8th. I've gone a bit to the left, but it opens up the green anyway for a decent shot now. Just off the green in 3, just to the side. 20 footer for a birdie. A shocking putt, leaving it about 8 foot short, 7 foot short. But old steady Eddie, there he goes. There that, par 5. 9th at Torwoodlee, 361 yards, came back into the wind again. Going to turn up to the left, wee dog leg. 10th hole, 157 yards, par 3 at Torwoodlee. I'm liking the idea of getting luminous flags, so they look bright red, orangey, bright lemon on the front 9. 25 yards, par 4, stroke index 2. And then a sharp left, all the way down. Get 9th green just up there, got to wait till it's empty. 312 at 129 yards. Again slightly rising. It's going to run off to the right if you play it that way. That's the tee shot at the par 312. Got about a 10 footer for a birdie. So the view, background looks nice. It's the 13th, 416 yards. Straight down there, it's going to dogleg about 90 degrees to the left and down the hill. It's the last hole in this portion of the course. Downhill from here, as you turn the dog leg at 13th and you're left with this one downhill to the red flag there. I think that's the 8th yellow flag down there. Just walking down to the green at 13th. Smithy ball's on in 2. Birdie opportunity. Had a few putts go in today, but none of the birdie ones. Here we go. 14th at Torwoodlee. This is par 5, 521 yards. I think it's going to dog leg round to the right. We just have a wee pan round. That's the first green down there. Other bits of the course. We're back on the clubhouse side now. Course is split into 2 with the railway. That's the 16th, 326 yards. It's called Gala Water. It's par 4. It's a slight dog leg round to the left. And the water here that runs all the way up the right hand side of it, just looking back from the tee. 16th at Torwoodlee, or Torwoodlee. It's the 410 yards, par 4. It's going along straight to the left hand side of the clubhouse there, and then rising up to that house at the back. Zoom in on the flag. It's the 17th at Torwoodlee, last of the par 3s. It's meant to be 229 yards, but they've moved the yellows a bit forward today, so I think it's probably going to be sitting about 190. We look higher up. It's down the 18th at Torwoodlee, 318 yards, par 4, slight bend round to the left, up towards the bridge there, and the bridge is there because we've got water running all the way up the right hand side. Just having a very nice walk up the 18th, very scenic. River over there, a look at the backdrop, clubhouse over to the left. Make my way towards the green. That's going to be a dangerous second shot into 18. Pin's tucked away on the right hand side. There's not much room between that and the river. Just taking a wee look at the side of the 18th green. A closer look at the bridge. And the river. Back down the hole, across to the clubhouse. The name of the club there. That's me just finished on 18 at Torwoodlee. A very nice course in the borders. It's par 69. It's got 5 par 3s, 2 par 5s. Course is in lovely condition. The fairways are really well cut, well defined. Greens will need a wee bit of heat to come on to perfection, but they're running true. There's plenty of my putts went in today, can't complain about that. The course is split into 2 sides by the railway line, so you get the clubhouse side with the lower part of the course, then the higher part of the course, where you've got the uphill 5th that you will not forget ever, and then the downhill 6th, two holes that you just won't forget at all. A lot of elevation changes. Wee flat finish, which is quite nice. Lovely 18th hole coming up at the end there. What am I going to give it? It'll be a 7.75 for me today. I think when you come into the summer, you're going to see not the bare trees, but once the leaves start growing back in the trees, it really gives another dimension to the course. But very enjoyable all the same. And so that's all for me today. Time to make my way home soon. Right, well that's the end of my 2-week trip, Highlands and Islands trip. What an epic trip it's been. Starting off up to Glasgow, up to Inverness, way up in the Highlands, to my new club at Tain, way around the Highlands, playing the different courses up there, and down to the Mull of Kintyre via Mull, Oban, away to the Islands, Isla, plenty of whiskies on there, and then we went to magical trip to Iona, not forgetting the plane at Glencruiton, which was lovely, and then a magical trip to Iona, unbelievable, and a huge big thanks once again to Finlay on Iona for what they did for me, much appreciated. And then it was across the Trossachs, over to the east coast at Crail, and finally down at the borders from the last coast before heading back to Lytham St Anne's tonight. Thank you very much everybody for putting up with me. Hope you enjoyed the videos and the pictures. Thank you.